All right, ladies and gentlemen, some of you are waking up to see the Dow Jones down 467, 68 points at this time. It's around 8:30 in the morning. And for most of you, that means pretty much absolutely nothing. This is all because trade war tensions are escalating between the United States and China. It means nothing for your prices right now, but it could mean something for your prices later. I like to think of it in terms of how it will affect you. In terms of how it'll affect you, this isn't going to affect you soon. On account that absolutely, positively, everything that you're wearing right now is made in China. This couch, probably elements, actually not this one because it's a lazy boy. The book stand behind me, this lamp, my clothes, these shorts, the rug, that bookcase right there. Dang, that's a lot of red. And once again, so that you know I'm not making this up, President Trump will be responding to China tariffs this afternoon. So I have a question for you. If absolutely everything that I'm wearing, everything in this house is made in China, and that's the truth, and we have a president who's absolutely crazy enough to impose tariffs back on China, that means that everything that is made in China is going to cost more money in America. Here's why this is not a bad idea for China first, and then it's a really bad idea to do right now, I'd say, for President Trump. Number one, it's a bad idea for China for the reason I just explained to you. Absolutely everything in this room is made in China. So if, theoretically, all of a sudden everything in this room costs more money, and then there's something in the store that's made in America that becomes cheaper, Americans are going to gravitate to what's made in America. If this happens long enough, China is toast. We have very short memories. We obviously don't look where we buy things most of the time. Most people are not running out there saying, oh, this one's made in America, I'm going to get it. This one's made in China, I'm not going to get it. Otherwise, we wouldn't be in the problem that we're in. And some people don't think that we have a problem. We do have a problem because absolutely everything in this room is made from China. That does not bode well for American economy and American jobs. But now that it's grown this way, because China has been able to charge us a lot, how do we get out of it? Well, the short answer is not without pain. So President Trump is like, whatever, I'm going to charge a 25% tariff on XYZ amount of product. And then the other day he threatened to charge another 10% on the remaining $366 billion that didn't already have a tariff on it. So right now money is coming in because he's already charging China. So American consumers that are buying Chinese product are going to have to raise their prices. When this gets on parity with American manufacturing, which is more expensive. So a quick lesson. Things in China are really cheaper for them to manufacture because they don't pay their workers anything. You come to America, you've got a real life human being that's having to be paid a minimum wage. Things made in China are being made for pennies on the dollar. Now, this is what kills me. You're not going to hear people talking about that worker in China that's making pennies. You're not going to hear about them. You're going to hear about how dumb Trump is today. You're going to hear about, oh, he's ruining it. You're not going to hear anything about everything that we wear and being made is made in China. You're not going to hear about the worker in China that's making nothing. You're just going to hear about how dumb Trump is. That's all you're going to hear today. And some of it might be deserved because the timing for him is bad. It leads us to point 2. It doesn't matter how righteous or semi-righteous or taking your medicine America needs to do in conjunction to cheap labor in China and cheap clothing in America versus expensive clothing made in America. None of that matters. People aren't going to pay any attention to that. They're just too busy running around. They just want to go shop, buy their clothes, buy their food for their kids, and get to work, get home, get to relaxing on the weekend. That's bottom line. They're not really even looking at the 401ks, honestly. And on a day like today, that's a smart idea because you can best believe your 401k is going to take a little bit of a dump today. And it never seems to quite come back up as fast as it dives. Let's get that straight. So this is not wise for President Trump because we are almost in September when people start doing their shopping for Christmas. Some crazy people, not me. Right now, some people are shopping for Christmas right now, or thinking about it or planning for it. Some people are shopping for Halloween right now. Stores are popping up all over my neighborhood for Halloween items. Any type of outfit that a person is going to put on their back or on their kid today is going to be made in China. It's going to be more expensive. That Americans may or may not feel they're going to buy it anyway for Halloween and Christmas. But it's more. And for some people, maybe they'll buy a little bit less. But hiding their tail, they're going to end up paying more. You're in an election season. Psychologically, when you see the Dow Jones dropping by 4, 5, 6, 7, the other day it dropped 800 points. Now, sure, it bounced back, but an 800-point drop. Psychologically, when you turn on your news before you go to work in the morning, it's going to bring down your demeanor. It's going to, in some people's cases, make them more likely to be depressed. Do you want a depressed consumer before election? You're trying to get reelected. You want people to vote for you. You are 100% the cause of them feeling negative when they see the Dow Jones plunging and dropping, and they keep hearing about trade war, something they don't understand. But they know that you are the source, the one who caused the problem. If you're trying to get elected, how is that smart? So, this new blog that I'm coming up with is called Solutions. So here is my solution to this problem. America definitely has to take their medicine, unless you're okay with babies and children working for pennies in a factory for longer hours than any American ever would. You're okay with slave labor? You're okay with all these corporations, gigantic ones, making things for pennies in China, then coming back and selling us a tennis shoes for over $100. You're okay with that? Then America doesn't have to face its medicine. But if you're not okay with about $1 billion, about $1 billion is not even close to the amount. If you're not okay with hundreds of billions of dollars worth of merchandise and goods being made overseas for very, very cheap because American manufacturers cannot compete with those prices, then this is what America needs. I just wouldn't do it before you're trying to get elected. So my solution is very selfish. If I were Trump, I would say, ha ha ha, let's take a break on this crap till after the election. Wouldn't that be smart? I'm Maximillian Reynolds, and that's my solution for this problem on this day. Have a good one.